Apolabi. And last but not the least, my chairman, the chairman of the Conference Planning Committee, who has the singular privilege of chairing this committee second time. I have here with me Pharmacist Lulu Ojo. And I think I must not forget myself. My name is Bolagade Yola, National Secretary, PSN. Oh, while I was... I have here also Pharmacist Mrs. Tawa Arileshere, retired Deputy Director, NAFDAC. She's also a member of the CPC. Thank you very much.
Okay. I think we should have set introduction.
Oh, yes.
It's just one second for us to know which company we are here.
Just the name and the company.
Marcel, Pharmacist Marcel from David Pharma. Ebenezer from New White Pharma.
Very from New Heights. Okay. Sorry. Can we have the next person, please? Just tell us your name and your company. Alpha. Thank you.
My name is Emmanuel Sofisola.
Fellow of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. Are you a Muslim? Email address and phone number. So, email is phone number. Okay.
Any other one? Okay. Like the secretary has said, you are most welcome to the Secretariat of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. Funny enough, a lot of people are asking me, where is the National Secretariat? So now you are, for those of you who have never been here before, you are here now, particularly for the pharmacists among us. Please do visit frequently. This is your secretariat, and we need as many people as possible to join in working for the society. Now we will go straight to our agenda, because there isn't much for me to tell you about opening remarks. But one of the main objectives of this meeting is for you to know exactly what you will see when you get there. We don't want surprises. We have been exchanging letters, we have been exchanging mail, you have paid some money and things like that. So we want to show you what you are going to see while we are on ground. And it's good for you to ask us questions so that we can have a smooth running exhibition and conference. I'll call on Mrs. Khadija Seidu, who is standing in for the chairman of the protocol committee. She will discuss with you what and what to expect in terms of presentation for those of you who are booked for presentation. Mrs. Seidu.
For the presentation, where my slide is, and go for the product launch. We would like to know the companies that are paid for any of the programs, any of the generation, how much you have paid, that we don't have overtime ourselves or we don't get clocked in too many ways. So we also need to know from the amount you're paid how to group you. So please, if there's anybody here who is giving us any presentation and your company has paid, you can provide me those information so that it will help us on that day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The key highlight is we are making presentation. We want to know who is making the presentation and the contact number of that person. And why? We don't want, when it is time for you to make presentation, we'll be looking for you. Oh, where is Abia? Where is this and that? We don't want that. That's one part. Then two, the presentation, the slides that you are going to present, we want to have it so that we will have scheduled it. So it's not at that time that you'll be looking for one laptop, you'll be looking for one thing or the other. We don't want that. We want a seamless transition from one program to the other. And that is why we are asking you for this. If any one of you is here who is making the presentation, please see Mrs. Seidu immediately. If not, before Friday, we need to have all these details. For those who are not here, we are going to send messages to them. We need to have your presentation before, it's until, most of it, we start on Tuesday. We send the mail, Most the presentation starts on Tuesday. We want to have you will have noticed that this conference is a digital conference. It's time for us now. We are just looking at it right now. It's a digital conference. The gentleman in front of you is pharmacist Raji from DigiFusion. So he's a pharmacist, but this is his job now. What we are discussing is he's streaming it live. Yeah. The whole world is watching us as we are talking. That's that's the new pharmacy. That's the new industry that we are programming, that we are packaging for you. And we want you to follow us. And that is why we are doing this. Honestly, I will tell you one thing. And please take this back home to your bosses. Let me especially recognize Mr. Ilozo for coming, because we really appreciate you. Yes. When I was privileged to be the chairman of NAHIP, I used to tell the big boys, the orgas, the marketing directors, the MD, they have to be coming for this kind of program, because this is the kind of program that we will use to develop. We need ideas, those who can tell us, okay, do it this way, do it this way, do it that way, so that next year will be better than this. Next year will be a greater thing, and we can have an industry that all of us will enjoy. What Madam has told you is very important. We want to know who is presenting, the name, the contact number, so that we can be in touch with that person. Then we want to have your slides, so that we can give you value for what you have paid for. Note your question. After all the presentation, then you can ask questions. I want to call on our dear mother, sister, Mrs. Adenino, FPSN, to give us some highlight of how we are going to refresh you at your exhibition stand. Yes, ma'am.
Well,
please give her a round of applause now. She's retired, a retired director, and now they are still working. Almost every day. She was here yesterday. We were here till 6:37 yesterday. And she's here this morning.
Good afternoon, honorable, let me say colleagues. It's nice having you around. And just like my chairman has said, this is a digitalized conference. And I'm sure all of us are going to have a very exciting time at the conference. And then one thing we don't want our conference to be is not to be rowdy. We don't want any rowdiness anywhere in the conference. We want everything to be seamless. And that is why, even in serving refreshments to you, we want to have somebody that will be the arrowhead of all the companies. You have a particular person, you give us the name and phone number of the person, because we are going to have a food stand for you, and only that person will come and collect food for your company. We don't want everybody, rushing, and it's just not necessary. So, but when that person that is designated and the person that we know comes, will give what belongs to you to him, and that person goes. And the food, the refreshment is as per, you know, the payments that you make. Those that are, and it's there. Don't let me start telling you, or you want me to tell them how many packs we are expecting to.
No surprises.
Okay, they say no surprises. All right. So what we plan to do is just for the food alone. All the other things will just follow up. For the premium booths, we'll give them 5 packs of food per premium booth. This premium super deluxe, we have 5 packs too. Customized booths, 4 packs. Super deluxe, 4 packs. Deluxe, 3 packs. Standard, 2 packs. And the table, 1 pack. So that's how it's going to be. So you know what belongs to you and what your category is. But more importantly, give us your contact person and the name and number. If we don't have it, the name, number, and the company. If we don't have it, then we don't give you anything. So please make sure you comply on or before the time you were asked to submit the data, or latest Monday of
So that you can plan.
I can't hear you.
To the secretariat.
To the secretariat.
Once you give to the secretariat, the same way you pay your money and all this stuff. Sorry, I don't. You don't need to come here. It's digital. Press 1 button and it's coming to us.
You submit your names to. I'm sure you know the secretary's number is known to all of you. It's always in all our mails.
Chairman.
Yes, or the chairman of the CPC. Whatever you send will be communicated to us. So the secretary or the chairman CPC.
Yeah, but also, I think since we're here, I think it's just in contact. It's just the email address. You can send now.
The email.
Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Hello.
Can you please highlight that?
Hello.
Email, PSN email.
Hello.
PSN national email.
Hello. If you are confirming, hello, please. If you are confirming that the person who's representing the company here is going to be the contact person in Umuahia, that's okay. You don't need to send out another name. After you have changed the agenda, we take that as the person representing the company in Umuahia. But if it is not, then you need to send us who is the contact person.
Yes, what he's saying. Just put a heading, collection of this pass, circulate the paper. People here can write down names and numbers.
All right.
Okay.
So that's okay now. That's all the problem. I didn't get that's what he was saying. Okay. To highlight what Madam just told you, you do not need to worry about where the food is coming from. Face the business that you are there for exhibition. It is our job to provide you with that refreshment. Once you have given us the contact, it will get to you. That we assure you. Okay. Still keep your questions if you have any. I'll call on the first chairman, Pharmacist Victor Afolabi. He has a lot to tell you. He will be discussing with you the branding and the venue management and exhibition booth.
PSN.
You can start with.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and you're welcome to this session. If you don't mind, I'll need to your front because I need to work on the slides. So I'll have an idea of what we intend to do now. So there are a few changes, and that's why we appreciate the wisdom of this chairman that we all are gathered here this way, so that we have an understanding of what it's going to look like in terms of the rules of engagement. Let me just say general rules. In 2017, by God's grace, in Umuahia, we are hoping that we will not have one single roll-up banner. So for those of us that want to exhibit, and you're already telling your salesman to go and tie banner, to bring roll-up, all those things will be in the dustbin. Everything that is there that has not been marked by us and has not been properly paid for, that PSN neck. That's the one for neck. Is it opening? Is it collected for? Okay, Joe. Let me. Good. That one should open. I just want to give us an idea of what the branding looks like. Fine, I can show you one. Now, if you look at your left, for those of us that have paid for branding, this is an example of how most of the branding is going to look like. We will not tie cloths in 2017 as pharmacists around ropes and pillars, green rope, yellow banner, like revival and all those things. We don't think it's going to happen in the exhibition ground. We won't allow that happen. And that's why we took the pain to have traveled, we took the pain to have marked, we took the pain to have sent you what it looks like in the visual appeal. So for those who are not here, if you have the opportunity to tell them, so that we're not at each other's throats when we get there, those things will not happen. There won't be freestanding roller banners, there won't be, it's up now? Okay, just run through. Thanks so much, Doc. The next slide. So just scroll it down to just show me one of the exhibitions. No, run down. So this is another presentation, but I just felt it was proper. I show you. This was when we were getting approval. Okay, this go back, go up. So I'll link this to another presentation. Go up. So this is the area view, and we'll go to your presentation later on, of what the place looks like aerially. Every space here, I can tell you what most few sales jobs will plan to do. You plan and say, oh, there's space. You want to put roll up and all those things around this place. You can be rest assured you'll be thrown away. There's a fence. Welcoming delegates. Go and tie those white banners with satin. You can be rest assured all of them will be thrown away. We have mapped this, and people who are paid for it, if you understand advertising mileage, get mileage. If you have not paid for anything, no eyeball is going to see what you've not paid for. So don't assume that by exhibiting and you have not paid for an advertising on the branding space, you qualify to say, oh, we're exhibiting, we want to put roll-up banner. Trust me, we will move the roll-up banner out. That's giving you an overview of what we expect. So please share with your colleagues, that's the rule of engagement this time around. Okay? Let me go to the next slide. If you take the question... No, you have to take the question from my channel. Do you want to take questions while we're discussing? I'm not sure. That was not what you said earlier. Go to the inner Indo garden. Indo, go down.
Hello, we are thinking of you and your time.
Go back.
Question as per this particular presentation, that's all right.
At the end of it, fantastic. So,
Excuse me, I think you made point
you know why? Because there are some, you see, there might be some information that I will still get to. So when you ask me, you're only preempting what I'm likely to say. So if you can, just scribble a bit because of your time. Scribble a bit, I promise I'll remember all that. Let's take an example of this welcoming banner at the gates. We do not expect that a pharmaceutical company in 2017 operating in Africa's largest economy, going to be about 220 million people, 7th highest penetration of internet and broadband, largest city, and wow. Bros, he's excited. We don't expect that you use rope to go and be tying banner, and then the vice president, the minister, they all come in, and this doesn't look like you're in Dubai or somewhere else. That's why the things we sent out for branding, we were clear. You are to use profiling. That's a profile. And that was a standing profile to unveil. These are profiles that will stick. If you go to indoor, go to indoors. Even indoor branding. Go to the indoors. These places have been mapped. I mean, this Coca-Cola, but it's not Coca-Cola. Okay. So take an example. This is the back of the hall. We do not expect that back of the hall you tie banner. You know, say, where do I nail it? Minus what we want is an international conference center. Is they're going to do something in a hotel, which I'm sure many of you have launched products and done all that. A hotel will not allow you to be using rope now. So those things won't happen in here. It's tensioning, and I remember we had said this. We've given you banner sizes. 25 feet by 12 feet. 25 by 12 dimension. We have told you the rental price, doesn't matter, some of you have taken. We have recommended finishing aluminum framing. We have recommended it. It fixes on the wall. When you are taking it out, it goes. So look at an example of that, for example. If you wanted to do that at the back, we don't need to put sellotape and put that highlights and knock the wall and all that. It's just to have that and it sticks on it. And when you're ready to go, you remove it, you unscrew and it goes. That's what we want to do in 2017. Should you have challenges, feel free to shoot us an email. In fact, you went to the pain of saying, should you even want to look for a company that wants to help you, you don't know what to do. Why? There's something we call bleeding. For those that have done printing and all that, I'm sure we all have done. They need to help you bleed, which means there must be space at the edge to fold it and all that. Make sure you have that understanding before you go. Clarify. Send emails. Phone calls doesn't work as much as WhatsApp and emails. Okay? That's in terms of branding. No roll-up banner. No tying of banner. Nothing that has not been paid for will be displayed or exhibited. We will ensure that the bouncers move it to the garbage. Okay? Thank you. Let's go to the exhibition venue, which I'm sure interests many of us. Your own presentation. Yes, your presentation. Close it, shut it. Escape and shut. Escape then shut. Good. Fine. So this is a more detailed representation of what you need. That old place I was talking, chill. That old place I was talking to you about, the conference center, this is it. All those branding inside, okay, pharmacy plus, all those places you paid for. Who paid for an exhibition? Who paid for branding, advertising? Company. LB. What did you pay for? Okay, well, I'm sure it will be all the inside. Now, when you come out, we have arranged. Now, we won't tell you about allocation because we don't know your allocations of here. It's done in the secretarial by. But based on you can see there's already mapping, C1, C2, and all that. We have digitally mapped where your booths are going to be. For those that have ACs, we have planned where their standing ACs are going to be, because there's some booths that have a standing free AC to you, so that you can receive the governor inside your own suit and all that. I'm sure that's where the minister will stop. The ones on table, I'm not sure how long you spend there, my assumption. But I'm just assuming. So you can scale up. You still have about 1 week, pay more. Okay? Because we've not met the target. You can pay more and we'll give you one standing AC. Abi? That's the mandate. So scale up. But if you have table and it's small, the minister might not, because of heat, might not stop there. Okay? So that's what we have done in all these places. These are the booths, they are mapped out. We are going to be a bit strict about protocol. The reason is because of the way it's structured, we will not allow a lot of trucks, and these are where the key things are. A lot of trucks coming in and doing jamboree and all that. In fact, this year we have mapped. People who are not doing pharmaceuticals are going to be exhibiting at the back. Constrained, they have their own gate in and out. Food court is not close to you. Food court is behind this building. Can I see something area? Take me something a bit more area and move it this way. At the back here is where we have the food court. Back of building. Because we don't want a lot of people moving around and turning to Oshodi market. We think pharmacy is a scientific conference and want to make it such. So people who want to sell shoe and sell all those wonderful things, we need them. They create the excitement and everything. But they will stay somewhere here which is gated. You can buy all the made in Abia things which are wonderful and all that. But we won't meet you in the scientific sessions, exhibitions. And then the food court will be here where your people can. Secondly, also, is the fact that with your trucks, we want to plead. The mobility will not be as expected. We're still trying to work on a few things because I think the last time we went, there's a gate that brings from the back. However, I will encourage, by on Monday, when we're all setting up, please bring in everything you need and let's make sure it's there, because all the trucks are going to leave the premises. And because of the distance to be replenishing your products and stock and all that, I'm encouraging that we do all that, because the gates are closed and it's only VIP movement and parking that is allowed. We're still trying to work, but we're not making a commitment because we don't like to overpromise and under-deliver. There's a gate here, but there's no thoroughfare. So we're trying to see if some of you who have paid for the table scale up to the premium suites and the premium deluxe, and we have a bit more money.
we might be able to close up a place in here, and then your vehicles can pass through. But we've not committed because many of us have not paid up. We're hoping they'll pay up a bit. So if you get more money and you pay up and scale up your booth, we will cover this place, and then your vehicles can come in, go through the back, offload in here, come back in here, and go. But there's no money to buy the plants except you contribute. But we can create that. Okay? So that basically gives you an idea of what the exhibition looks like. And of course, like we said, we'll have mapped out the booths, the name of the booth, and what you need to do, and we'll take it up from there. There will be canopies, not canopies, tents, or whatever that covers. So it's, we're prevented from the weather. The ground is cemented, so it's a proper international conference center. So I think you might not have a lot to worry about. We've taken some level of thoughts into it. Okay. I think that's it in terms of venue, which I've looked at. Other things we'll talk about. If there are other ways you want to have your products shown and all that, we can talk about that after this. So that's it in terms of advertising. That's in terms of venue. I'm not sure I've missed out anything. But like we said, a bit restricted. We won't have a lot of people gallivanting. Chairman, I'm not sure if I've missed out anything, sir.
It's okay. Thank you. Please, a round of applause. Now, let's have your questions. Tosin, you have to take charge here. Let's have the question one by one. There's a mic. And any member of the CPC?
I've got two questions. No, number one, you said we can come. My name is Bumi Adeyemi from Green Life Pharmaceuticals. Yes. You said on Monday we can come in on Monday and bring our stuffs in and leave them. So are you going to give us a key to each stand? Because security is very key. We can't leave all our products there without it being attended to. So you need to explain that. Are you going to give us a key to lock up each stand so that the next day we won't have to bring in our trucks to offload our stuffs? That's number one. Number two, the branding stuff, I've got issues with it. I was not aware that we were supposed to brand. In fact, this morning I had been to our warehouse to gather the stuff and I was going to send down to Uma here. So I don't know what we can do about that branding stuff. I wasn't aware. Though my friend told me now that they had a meeting some time ago at Ogudu, but I wasn't aware of that meeting. So I don't know how we're going to do about the branding, how we can put up our roll-up banners and all of that. So I think you need to clarify what we can do concerning that. Thank you.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christopher Abulime. I work with Balkan Group. Before I ask my questions, I would like to first of all commend. Oh, sorry, they say I have a bedroom voice. Ma, can you hear me now, Ma? Okay, sorry, they say I have a bedroom voice.
One to 2 teaspoonful of Coflax cough syrup 3 times daily gives you fast relief from chesty and dry cough. Coflax clears your cough and symptoms of cold associated with it. Coflax is available for adults and children. Coflax, the cough syrup for every family. Manufactured by Drugfield Pharmaceuticals Limited.
Same story we heard last year in 2016 that there was not going to be roll-up banners anywhere. If you want to have roll-up banners, you will pay for it. And in all sincerity, when I was in, I think it was Mina, that was last year, right? Mina, yes. People, I pay for a premium suit, and I had people putting their roll-up banners right in front of my stand. Even when you want to push it away, you will hear, after all, we are, as men of honor, we join hands. We are colleagues. And I don't think that at this level, where we find ourselves in the industry, with all the digital equipment is available to us, we should still be looking at roll-up banners. Then secondly, the booth branding. If you say you're not going to give us roll-up banners, what is the options you are creating? Are you creating branded booths? Because last year, I know how much it cost my company to brand our booth. And that is outside the amount that we've paid to PSN. So that also has to be put into consideration. Then finally, on the food aspect, if you're saying we are going digital, I was expecting that there will be an email address or a phone number that will be shared to all of us, that the person that is going to be in charge from individual companies, just send the person's name and contact to that email address. That's what I was expecting. Thank you.
Starting on existing protocols, I'm Harriet Amefuna. Okay, I'm Harriet from Micronova Pharmaceuticals. My number one question, with respect to, branding, I was expecting that during the time of registration for different companies that at least this list of requirement options should have gotten across to every other person before now, because as it is, most people already have plans, have made plans. Some of them have even produced their roll-up banners and all that. So I feel there should be a concession whereby even before we leave here, maybe there should be a list of still your requirements for every other company, in knowing what is needed and what is not needed. Number two, we talked about maybe branding the booths. Are there rooms, avenues whereby each company can brand theirs individually? For those that actually want to brand their booth, or must it be PSN that will brand the booths? For those that have that plans of branding their own booths. And even because you were talking about scaling up, even from the booths and all that, even for those that have actually done roll-up banners and all that, how can they scale up from actually not losing out from the expenses of maybe having made so many roll-up banners and all that? I think that's all for now. Hope I'm not forgetting any other thing. Thank you.
One to 2 teaspoonful of Coflax cough syrup 3 times daily gives you fast relief from chesty and dry cough. Coflax clears your cough and symptoms of cold associated with it. Coflax is available for adults and children. Coflax, the cough syrup for every family. Manufactured by Drugfield Pharmaceuticals Limited.
But I would think instead that we should have an marked section to say these are parking areas for trucks or vehicles or something, so that you could go there, take your stock to your booth and then forth and back, than to say you will not be allowed to move in your truck in and out or thereabout, And then okay, all right. And then secondly, with regards to branding, if PSN is branding, I think that the agents they are using to do the branding should be there early enough. They should do the branding before the first day, preferably, because we've seen incidences where the conference has started and then the branding is still going on. Second day branding is still going on. So I think all of these logistics should be put into place. Thank you.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Jeffrey William, and I work with. My name is Jeffrey William, and I work with Alpha Pharmacy and Stores Limited. My questions border on some. Okay, I was saying my question border on some issues that some persons have already touched on, but I'm looking at it from a different perspective. First and foremost, the branding concern which the presenter talked about. from his presentation, I learned that anything that is not PSN endorsed will not be allowed in the venue. And I don't understand that, because he gave specification on about the aluminum frame and the rest of them. Does it mean that if I do an aluminum frame, like an advert that has specifications that correspond with what he just said, and it's not PSN written, it will be thrown out of the venue? And like someone said, these were not conditions that was given to us before we started registering for this conference. And not after we finish registering and then we start. In fact, I think this meeting should have come before people start paying for conference, so that you know, you make up your mind if you are going to participate or not. If you can meet up with... let me finish. Yes, let me finish. I'm not answering myself, sir. Let me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that will my banners that are not PSN endorsed, that I don't have any, that I made by myself, that meet the specification, will they not be allowed in the conference?
It's not right. Nobody said that. Nobody mentioned that. I've written the question that I'm going to respond to you.
Sir, let me finish. I heard him say that. That's what I said. I don't. But that was what he said. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'm not the only one that heard that. But let me continue. Let me continue. Allow me. Let me talk now. Yes, let me talk, please. Secondly, about the movement of trucks and bringing in goods. From the sketches I am seeing, and from other PSN conferences I've attended, this is not my first conference. This is not my second conference, not my third conference. PSN conference exhibitions are outdoor exhibitions, and I don't think that I will leave my products in an outdoor stand and leave it for 5 days or 4 or 3 days, and I'm not sure of the security there for my goods. So these are concerns to me. And also about posters. Will posters be allowed on the wall, on the floors and on the walls? So these are issues of concern to me. And the booth allocations, how do we go about it? When do we know where each company is going to be allocated? Thank you.
I'm Willie Ibeneme. I work with Mark Farm Limited. 2 simple questions. Mark Farm, Mark as in the Bible. What are the basic dimensions or sizes of these booths or the stands? We need to know. What are you given? Are you providing tables, shelves, or what? Or just empty booths? Because we need to know. Of course, a lot of questions have come along. Individual branding of the booths. Is that going to be permitted? Thank you.
My name is Olayinka Beniza from UI Pharmaceuticals. I have 2 questions here. First, I just want clarity on the issue of venue and branding. I love the fact that we're going digital, good work. I noticed it does not really come easy.
1 to 2 teaspoonful of Coflax cough syrup 3 times daily gives you fast relief from chesty and dry cough. Coflax clears your cough and symptoms of cold associated with it. Coflax is available for adults and children. Coflax, the cough syrup for every family. Manufactured by Drugfield Pharmaceuticals Limited.
National exhibitions that we are trying to emulate, which is good. The issue of ventilation, AC, you are comfortable, is general. So my question is there going to be premium suite AC, premium deluxe, fan or something? That is key for me. Number 2, I just want further clarity on the issue of banners. For me to be sure is that what I feel you're trying to communicate is banners that are placed at locations that were not assigned are the ones that will be taken away. Everybody have right to have banners in their own booth. I just want clarity on that. Yeah.
Should I take it? Please, I want to find out how many of these premiums we paid for premium suite, and I want to find out what benefits, what are we going to enjoy there. One, then the people who are going to collect food. Is it? Do we have opportunity to choose what people are going to serve, or is it just general menu? These are just the things I can remember. Why I'm asking is, I have some foreigner. I'm coming along with about 4 foreigners, Belgians. Yeah, thank you. That's right. Otherwise, we make arrangement for them to eat before they come in there or outside the conference venue. Thank you.
Any other question, particularly on the other presentation made apart from the branding and the moves? Any other question on those ones? Okay. Okay, thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for your honest feedback to the presentation that we have made to you. And I want to tell you, this is the main objective of organizing this meeting. And like we have been told, this is the first of its kind. And this thing is evolutionary. We are moving on from one good step to another. So everything you have asked are good things. Not minding those that we are asking questions. We want to make sure that we don't keep you here longer than you as necessary. Now, let me start by the one that seems to be a little hot, and that is the vehicular movement. I don't think there is any place we have had conference of this nature that you have a place where you will park all your vehicles. No. What we have done in this particular place, this particular case, very near this exhibition venue is the Ministry of Health. And they've given us a very large space of land where you can park your vehicle. It will not be possible for you to park your vehicle in this place. Even if it is, how many vehicles will this place be able to take with the exhibition booth that will already be there? So what we want to do is to have some form of sanity in what we do. So all these places that you are seeing that are empty, they are going to be for human movement. Human movement. Even the VIP, they will, and when we say VIP, including your MD, your director, they can drive in. And some of them will have opportunity to park somewhere by the left-hand side. I think we decided that yesterday. They have opportunity to park somewhere by the left-hand side, only for VIP. But in case you want to drop anything, you drop and go to the car park in order to park your truck in there. But you will not be able to park your truck inside the exhibition hall. I think that is taking. The car park itself is as big, if not bigger, than this space that you see there. And we have given them money to clear it for us. We are going about 3 or 4 days ahead of you. We make sure those things are there. Please get to note this. One of the team that is running on the conference planning is that we want our sponsors to get value for their money. And one of it is what we are doing now. We are doing this because of you, because we want you to get value for your money. Now the branding. I think some people get some things wrong here, and I will not blame anybody, possibly because this is the first time that we are doing this. I used every available means of communication. Hey, are you hearing me? Oh? So that you can get what I'm saying. I use every available means of communication because this is my constituency. I went through Nahib, I went through Nairo Farm, I went through PMDMA to pass this information around. Apart from the one that PSN is sending. Somebody came from Alpha. IK is highly represented member of the society. I still have the part of the presentation that I sent to him, personally to him, on my phone. The idea is that this is a new thing and we want people to know that we want to move away from what we used to do in terms of clusters of banners all over the place. There are branding opportunities on the fence. There are branding opportunities inside the hall. There are branding opportunities just immediately after the by the building. Yes. The perimeter everywhere. And let me tell you, a lot of people responded. So for anybody to say you did not hear, it could have been our fault. We pass this message out as much as we can. Now, what will happen inside the booth? What will happen inside the booth is your business. You are paid for it. It's not we cannot. You are paid the rent now. So why should we come and tell you whether you are using a double bunk bed or single bed? You know, the booth is given to you. You want to put your roll-up banner inside your booth? Please put it there. You want to do some other branding inside your booth? Please put it there. But what we are saying is that this walkway, there will be no banners. On the fence, there will be no banners. And that is why we are holding this meeting.
In front of your booth, no banner.
In front of your booth, inside your booth, banners. But in front of your booth, no banners. Because these are the things that will cause a lot of trouble that we are trying to avoid in the first instance. Somebody said our conference is not scientific. Are not as digital as we ask it to be. Yes, agree. And I'm sure the person who said it is a pharmacist. We pray that when we are constituting the conference planning committee next year, you will be part of it. But the step that we are taking is to go towards being scientific in our conferences. If you say today you are going to be at the exhibition stand and you are not going to sell, what will be your reaction? You say fine. Did he say fine? The man, your neighbor, did he say fine? Ask your neighbor. Ask your neighbor, is he fine? No, the point I'm making is this. We want to take this step by step. It is a journey. It is a journey. Now, more people did not believe this branding thing will happen. That is why they did not respond. But when you get there and you see that we have sold up all the branding space. Some people are asking for extension.
6 companies are looking for spaces.
They are taking up all the branding spaces. So please, the scientific part of it will come gradually. The slogan of this conference is new knowledge, new practice. And the real thing is that we want to remind our people that we are basically scientists, first and foremost scientists, before we start selling glucovage or start selling any other thing. Lunat, whatever. I'm not supposed to be advertising for you. Please, somebody asked that question that every year we say there will be no banner, will it be enforced? This time around it's going to be enforced. We are going to use enforcers. I didn't say police though. We are going to use enforcers. It's going to be enforced. And I'm happy that you are driving towards our own destination too, having a scientific conference. I want to believe in the next 2-3 years, what we see in international conference is what we are going to say. People will come to your booth to listen to the new thing, to get knowledge about your products, and you can have an agreement how they will get the product. It will not be turned to another market, you know. But that is what we are doing now. But gradually we move out of it. It's going to be enforced. Branded booths. What you do with your booth is your choice. If you want to brand your booth, you know what to do. If you need help of the society, tell us. We are not going to. The only thing that we will tell you is that This is the size of your booth, and this is your booth. Any other thing belongs to you inside your booth. If you need our help, tell us, we will recommend to you. Yes, again, branding, information not available. My dear brother and sister, it's not true. We pass the information as much as we can. Can you scale up without losing money? I don't know how you're going to do that.
It depends on, I think, clarification. Scale up what? Your boots, the kind of boot you have?
The person who asked that question.
Who said, can we scale up? I think it was the lady that was talking about a roll-up banner. So in fairness, and this is sacrosanct, roll-up banners will not be permitted. Wait, can you let me get to where I'm going? I remember your question very well, and I'm saying it for emphasis. Roll-up banners will not sit outside the perimeter of your booth, sacrosanct. However, as you, maybe based on the kind of booth you have, you are thinking twice, or you are thinking, oh, so how will people know that Jansen Saliag is available and just walked in or something, and I want to advertise, I want to have a roll-up banner? We might look for spaces for you. Can you be on the fence where we're doing some lovely, and as people drive, have been there, you're going to welcome delegates. I mean, other conferences, bar association and all that, many of you should have taken newspaper adverts, welcoming delegates and letting people know. It gives you more mileage in advertising. You know, so it's not a roll-up banner that constitutes a clutter that people don't read, that they fight over. That's not how you pass across a message. Because really, what are we trying to achieve with the roll-up banners? There's a digi team. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not advertising for them because it's value added. There's a digital team that has come in, whom we're saying that this conversation is being streamed live. We've sent out some initials. Why not look for those better ways where you get a lot of value for your investment? Not roll-up banner that breeze will be blowing down every time, will be carrying for you. It's an ambience that we're trying to enforce, and we will enforce. How can I scale up? Look for those roll-up banners. Keep it in your store or in your truck, and then approach the secretariat. Do you still have branding spaces? Can I upscale? This is my booth. I paid for a table. We still have 1 week. Is there still space for me to take a premium suite? Those are the conversations we think we can have, and that is how you can scale up.
Okay. And what we have done is this. We have payment for about 20 premium suits, I think. Yes. I mean, for those who pay for premium suit, we are assuring you, you are going to get something premium. I think that will answer your question. Sorry? No. I will get to your point. I'll get to your point. The truth is that we have made provision for extra, 1 or 2 extra, in case any of my friends here want to scale up. But hey, it's simple. You pay a ticket for premium, for economy, and they say, look, there is business card. Do you want to scale up? You have to pay a little more for it. And vehicular restriction, I think I have handled that. We have made alternative parking arrangements. If you have vehicle park in this place, you yourself, you can see how rowdy and difficult this one will be. Branding, again, everybody's keep on saying that you didn't know. It's because of the way we handle things. We actually thought this meeting, we'll have had this meeting about 2 weeks ago. We thought people would have responded. You can't believe, up to this morning, but there are 1 or 2 people among you here who are here because they want to book exhibition booths. Right here. That's what are we talking about? There are people who are asking for hard-fast space. And what I thought is that by now, our program brochure will be ready. All the exhibition booth will have done everything, but people are still just asking for it. Please, let us take this as a learning point. Next year, let us have everything that we need on time. Then we can plan for it. It is when we plan for it that you will get value for the money you are giving to us. If you give it to us at the last minute, hey, we won't say no to your money because we need the money. But the trouble is that there will be a lot of, last minute rush and we not get value for it. So we pass the information online. Yeah. Oh, sure. Please, online questions will be taken. You can see what we are talking about. As we are talking to me, I'm talking to you. Other people want to join. Please feel free to ask your question online. We will answer you. Thank you. Anything not endorsed by PSN will not be allowed. Oh, come on. That's not an absolute truth. We are not endorsing anything for you. It is your business. For instance, if you pay for a branding space, what you have paid us is the rent for that space. What you want to put there is yours. Yeah, sorry? As long as it is legal. Thank you very much. If you don't come and tell us that this person will do everything in the world, we may not take that. But if you tell us that this person will do this, okay. What we will not allow is what we have told you. We will not allow roll-up banners all over the place. We will not allow banners on the fence. We will not allow, please. This is why we are calling this meeting. Yeah, will posters be allowed on the floor? I think that is already taken care of.
No.
It's a big no. It's a big no. The floor, no. Those things will only be allowed inside your booth. You can put anything you like inside your booth. And that takes us to the next question. What are the dimensions? Again, we have sent all these things out. We've sent it out everywhere. We sent it out to everybody that needs to, but here we tell you the premium suite is 18 square meters. Where is Inka?
He's here.
Yeah, there. Thank you so much.
Premium
18 square meter premium suite. For the premium super deluxe, there are some people that take upper economy. Premium super deluxe, I think that one is 15 square meter, right? Inka, come near me. Where are you? 15 square meter, right? For the premium super deluxe. For those that are, yeah.
Premium suite 18 square meter, premium super deluxe 15 square meter,
super deluxe 12 square meter, deluxe 9 square meter, standard 6 square meter. I repeat again, premium suite 18 square meter. So you can start thinking of what to do with 18 square meter of space. Premium super deluxe 15 square meter, super deluxe 12 square meter, deluxe 9 square meter, and standard 6 square meter. And there are people who ask for customized exhibition booth. Those ones, they said, don't make any booth for us, just give me land. Those ones, I think we are giving them 15 square meter. 15 square meter, they are going to, that's what they are going to get. For the table, there will be 4 tables inside a 12 square meter space. I think somebody is here who booked for a table. Is the gentleman from FedEx here? FedEx. Oh, he has gone. Aha. You know, there will be 4 tables inside a 12 square meter space. So that takes care of your question on dimensions. Will there be tables and chairs? Of course, there will be tables and chairs. You can see the stuff that we have put in there. Will individual branding be allowed? Like I said, I've answered that before. It will be allowed. Inside your booth. Will everybody have AC? The answer is no. Because everybody did not pay the same thing. Premium suit is 750,000 naira. Standard suit is 200,000 naira. So you can upgrade if you want to. Hello? You can upgrade if you will see. It's an open space. It's a very open space. You see, one of the things I want to do, you are one.
1 to 2 teaspoonful of Coflax cough syrup 3 times daily gives you fast relief from chesty and dry cough. Coflax clears your cough and symptoms of cold associated with it. Coflax is available for adults and children. Coflax, the cough syrup for every family. Manufactured by Drugfield Pharmaceuticals Limited. 1 to 2 teaspoonful of Coflax cough syrup 3 times daily gives you fast relief from chesty and dry cough. Coflax clears your cough and symptoms of cold associated with it. Coflax is available for adults and children. Coflax, the cough syrup for every family.
Hello,
manufactured by Drugfield Pharmaceuticals Limited.
I work for DigiFusion Intelligence. In line with the new trend, new theme, new vista that is operating in this professional environment, we've also brought the innovation of ensuring that the whole activities of this conference is going to be streamed live both on the social media and digital divide, as well as present at the venue. There will be 2 large screens detailing every activity going on. Now, you do understand that we are an industry guided by a few guidelines. We are guided by laws. We are a professional association. And by virtue of that, some of the advertisements that we might have can only be aired or put up in our only professional publications by us. And what more opportunity would you have where you can have the single largest gathering of all pharmacists possible in Nigeria? The mileage you can't compare to an ordinary paper that, of course, a lot of people are going to be competing with, or banner that can be blown away, has already been said. Most especially in the light of the new facts coming, imagine that various options that you might be thinking of, traditional options, paper, cloth, rubber bands, sellotape and the likes, are not going to be allowed, and they are going to be, that is going to be enforced. Your options are quite, they've explained itself. You can only go that way. And you see, if we put you on a digital divide, you are going to be there till the next conference. Thank you.
Give him a round of applause now. You said we should be scientific and digital. Okay? Now, you still have questions? I thought I've answered your question. Sorry. Okay. Clarification? Okay, let's have 2, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. That's all. Yeah, sir.
I noticed the person who is responsible for the presentation.
For what?
For the presentation. I don't know if anybody is okay. I would like to have a session with you outside there because I'm taking up.
Yeah.
We don't.
Sir, just to let me just point out some scenarios. NMA conference. The NMA conference that held in Calabar this year, held in the International Conference Center. And where we had our exhibition booths, everywhere was chilled. The exhibition was indoors. The booths, sorry, one house please. The booths were branded. And what they did was, for each level you want, if you want branding of your booth, you pay the extra cost. And the cost of the branding was not even as much as what we are paying in PSN. So please, sir, if not this year, next year, create it as an option that those that are paying for premium suit or whatsoever suit you want to pay for, and that will also help you reduce the roll-up banners that people are arguing about. Create that extra cost for branding. So we pay, and we know that when we get there, all we have to do is send you our artworks, and the booths are already branded before we get there.
You still have opportunity to brand your booth even now. Yes, that's one.
Good afternoon, everyone. All protocols duly and properly observed. My name is Pharmacist Obinna Ekekwe, and I work with Alpha Pharmacy. I would like to suggest, a lot has been said. Please, one house. A lot has been said. Well, I would speak from experience. If it's possible for the ESCOs going forward, can we have an app that addresses PSN conference, such that once you come into the conference, you download it for free? All these adverts people want, it's something that can even generate more money for PSN. People have the brochure on their phones. People have the schedule of events on their phones. And then on each page, every company can advertise. It's something that will give you, the mileage we're talking about is not just the live stream, but when you even leave the conference, it's something you take anywhere. So that's a suggestion. Then the second one is, please, it will be important if we can get the contact person that we are supposed to send our details to, because I've been sitting there, I haven't gotten any paper to write. Thank you.
All right. Sorry, the two things that you mentioned, very good. Number one, let me tell you, this time around we are going to have conference app that people can download, and you don't need to be carrying people. One thing that you have told us now that we are going to make use of is this artwork and no holders have work company. In this artwork with the app, we are taking notes and we are going to make it. That's one. Then two, the other one you mentioned, you suggested here that we can pass the list to you and you write for us the name of the person who is going to present and the contact.
That's why I said I've been sitting there, I haven't gotten the paper.
Okay.
Not presentation, the other one, representative from my company.
Please don't go without writing who is representing your company for food and representing your company for food.
You wrote, yes.
Is there any other thing?
You wrote something.
Hello? Are we okay now? Before we move the vote of time. Okay? If there are no other questions, please, before you go, don't forget to give us the name of the person that is going to present and the name of the person that is going to collect your food on your behalf. On behalf of the President, I want to thank you very much for coming. Mr. Secretary, we still thank you. Much better. But for me, okay, you want to talk? Okay. Please, another information on the presentation.
I just noticed on the presentation, only one company vote on presentation. Even if you don't have your presentation slides right now, you need, if you look at what I'm written there, I need your name, I need your contact address, I need your phone number, I need your email, and the last column says, when do I get your presentation? So that if I do not get it, I can get across to you. So please, even if you don't have it, fill it out.
Sorry, now you're talking about the presentation. That's important. Since you said people should forward their slides, there should be a confidentiality clause there. That nobody shares people's slides to other people. I think we should look into that.
Okay, fine. That's all right. We will not touch your presentation slides. Okay. All right. So that is it. Thank you very much. I think we have all done well. Let us give ourselves a round of applause. We have all done very well. I thank God for that. So, please.
On behalf of the President and Chairman of the Conference Planning Committee, I want to appreciate you, our partners, because presently you are so important to us.
We are thanking you now.
We're thanking you. Don't protest.
You are so important to us. You are so important to us because, you know, pharmacists don't pay conference levy.
Pay for it. Bring money.
What you have been using to support us is what we have been using to organize the conference. And to some of our colleagues, I want you to know that we might not be able to organize a scientific conference until when pharmacists are paying as much as 50,000 naira as conference levy. Then we can ensure and make a legislation that nobody sells in the conference. As long as you are selling, it's not there's nothing scientific about it. The issue of scientific or no scientific is within your scope. But I believe that you have been wonderful over the years, and we appreciate you, and we'll continue to appreciate you, and we'll continue to cherish your partnership. As we are going to the Umaya, the Lord will lead us, and when we come back with signs, testimonies, and with victories in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much. You are welcome.
Don't go. The young man that wants to discuss the investment.
Okay, no problem.
Ladi, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. something that we missed, and thank you for reminding me.
You will get the receipt.
We have an anniversary set, which will be available at the conference venue, right?
Yes.
At the registration desk for 3,000 naira per shirt. So if you are interested, get your money ready. I can't show them.
Good afternoon, sir. Well done, sir.
Have you got it back to us?
Yes, I have.
Sure.
I'm just waiting for
Well, with grammar.
No, I'm waiting for my contract.
You got back to us with grammar. Is PSN just one?
That's what it looks like. The branded shirt. The branded shirt for Abia 2017, marking our 90th anniversary. That's what it looks like.
Formula 1 shirt.
Formula 1 shirt to mark our 90th anniversary. Abia 2017. Thank you.
Have you gotten it?
We don't have it now. Huh?
3,000.
How much? 3,000 naira. It's available at the registration desk in Uma here. You can get here. You can get here later at the secretariat. Thank you.
You guys don't do it because you just sit quietly and work. And my boss is busy those days. Little by little we get to where we are. Before you come and take over this. Who will invite you? Invite yourself. You invite yourself. Didn't do it. Did you not invite yourself? You don't be crashing.